Once upon a time, in the grand halls of Asgard, where gods and goddesses roamed freely, there lived Thor and his beloved wife, Sif. Now, Sif was known throughout the realm for her beauty, but above all, for her long, luscious golden hair that was admired by all of Asgard. Thor, being quite smitten with his wife, adored her hair more than anything else. It was her crowning glory, the trait that captivated him the most. However, one fateful morning, Thor awoke to a shocking sight. A bald woman lay beside him in bed. His initial reaction, a thunderous roar that could shake the very pillars of Asgard. "Who are you, witch?" Thor bellowed, his voice echoing through the halls. "What have you done with my beloved Sif?" But, alas, to Thor's dismay, the bald woman turned out to be none other than his own wife. The Thunder God's heart sank as he realized the gravity of the situation. And in that moment of despair, he knew exactly who was responsible. Loki, the mischievous trickster god. With rage burning in his eyes, Thor stormed through the halls, his footsteps shaking the ground beneath him. He found Loki skulking in a corner, wearing his trademark smirk. "Loki," Thor's voice thundered, "what have you done to my wife?" Loki, ever the master of chaos, simply shrugged, feigning innocence. "Oh, dear Thor, whatever do you mean?" he replied, his voice dripping with sarcasm. But Thor was not fooled. With a swift motion, he seized Loki by the collar, lifting him off the ground with ease. "If you do not find a way to restore Sif's hair," Thor growled, his grip tightening, "I will make you regret the day you were born." Loki, realizing the gravity of Thor's threat, knew he had to act fast, and so, with a sly grin, he concocted a plan. He would seek the aid of the dwarves of Svartalfheim, renowned for their craftsmanship and skill. Venturing into the depths of Svartalfheim, Loki sought out the sons of the legendary dwarf Vivaldi. With honeyed words and promises of glory, Loki convinced the brothers to partake in a contest to prove their worth as craftsmen. He sowed discord in the minds of the sons of Vivaldi by insinuating that the brothers Atri and Brock were boasting of being better craftsmen than them. "You see," Loki whispered, his eyes gleaming with mischief, "the gods are holding a trial to determine who among the craftsmen is the best, and I have no doubt that with your talents, you will reign supreme." The brothers, skilled artisans though they were hesitant at first, but Loki's silver tongue won them over, and they agreed to participate. Loki demanded that they provide 3 gifts for the gods, one of which must be a long golden hair that never ceased to grow. So Loki, always up to no good, decided to stir things up a bit. He sauntered off to get into the heads of the brothers, Brock and Eitri, to stir the pot and set up some competition. But, as luck would have it, some doubters started chirping in Brock and Eitri's ears saying they had no shot. But Brock and Eitri weren't ones to back down. They were confident they had the skills to prove everyone wrong. Then, in comes Loki, the master of mischief, with a wager that turned heads. "Bet you can never match up to them?" he taunted. "I'd bet my own head on it." Now, that's a bet that got everyone's attention. But Brock and Eitri weren't about to shy away from a challenge. "Deal," Eitri declared boldly, accepting Loki's bet without a second thought. Loki may have felt a twinge of nerves at their confidence, but he accepted the challenge with his trademark smirk. Deep down, though, he knew Brock and Eitri were top-notch craftsmen. But hey, that's Loki for you. Always ready to stir the pot and see what happens. As the contest got underway, Brock and Eitri dove into their projects with gusto. They were determined to show everyone what they were made of. The sons of Vivaldi were crafting away, making some beautiful gifts, But there was something special about what the other duo was up to. They were onto something big, a powerful hammer that would put all other creations to shame. To make this hammer perfect, the dwarves had to keep the forge at just the right temperature, no more, no less. Brock was on it, pumping those bellows with precision like a pro. But Loki, always one for a bit of mischief, saw an opportunity to cause a bit of chaos. Transforming himself into a large mosquito, he buzzed around the workshop, seeking an opportunity to sabotage the dwarves' efforts. First up, he went after Brock, giving him a nasty sting on his hand while he was hard at work. Ouch! But did Brock let that stop him? Nope. He powered through like a champ. But Loki wasn't done yet. Oh no. He came back with an even stronger sting, this time going straight for Brock's neck. That had to hurt like heck. Brock let out some painful cries, but he didn't let Loki get the best of him. Then Loki went for the eyes. Talk about low blows. Brock closed his eyes tight, but Loki didn't hold back. The agony was unbearable, and poor Brock had to stop pumping the bellows. And wouldn't you know it? Because of the temperature change, the handle of their hammer broke. Loki saw his chance and skedaddled, thinking his mission was accomplished. But the show must go on, and it was time for the big reveal. The dwarves, sons of Vivaldi, presented their gifts to the gods. Sif, Thor's wife, received a gift of long golden hair that surpassed her previous locks, possessing a magical quality of ceaseless growth. Another remarkable gift was Gungnir, the spear gifted to Odin, the Allfather and ruler of Asgard. Moreover, any oath sworn upon the spear was considered binding and unbreakable. The third notable gift was Skidbladnir, a magical ship given to Freyr, the god of fertility, prosperity, and abundance. Skidbladnir was renowned for its ability to fold up like cloth, making it easily transportable. Despite its compact size when folded, it could accommodate all the gods and goddesses of Asgard, making it an incredibly versatile and practical vessel. Additionally, Skidbladnir had the magical ability to navigate both land and sea without friction, allowing it to travel effortlessly across various terrains. Now, Brock and Eitri were up next, and despite Eitri still sporting some puffy eyes from Loki's attack, they came through with some sweet gifts. They gave Odin bracelets made of Draupnir gold. The bracelet was called Draupnir, and it had the unique ability to replicate itself, producing 8 new rings of equal quality every 9th night. For Freyr, the dwarves forged Gullinbursti, a magnificent golden boar. Gullinbursti possessed extraordinary qualities. It could run through air and water, providing swift transportation for Freyr. Further, its golden glow could illuminate even the darkest realms, symbolizing the power of light and fertility. And finally, it was Thor's turn, and he was gifted the mighty Mjolnir. It was not only a formidable weapon, capable of unleashing devastating blows upon Thor's enemies, but it also had several magical properties. It could endure his enormous strength, and even return to Thor's hand after being thrown. Thor was thrilled with the gift and admired the craftsmanship of the brothers, despite the hammer's short handle. After some deliberation, the gods agreed that Mjolnir was the most superior, despite all of Loki's shenanigans. And now, it was payback time. Brock, sharpening his axe, demanded Loki's head as promised, but Loki, ever the trickster, had one last trick up his sleeve. He struck a deal. They could have his head as long as they didn't damage his neck. Once again, Loki outsmarted them, but to his dismay, they silenced the trickster god by sewing his mouth shut, ensuring he wouldn't deceive anyone again for a while. At least the deceiver managed to keep his head attached to his neck, and the gods of Asgard received magnificent artifacts.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to get more content like this.